What is up, my beautiful mates of YouTube? My name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video I'm going to be recommending 3 great cheap green fragrances. Before we get into that, if you like the content I make here on YouTube, please consider hitting that big red subscribe button down below, subscribing to the channel, and also if you do like this video, give it a thumbs up. Both of those help me out immensely. I just wanted to add, before I recommended the 3 fragrances, that 4711 Myrrh and Kumquat. I wore this to work the other night and it lasted me an entire shift, so I was bartending for about 6 hours and it was still performing solidly when I finished my shift. So as far as an eau de cologne is concerned, this is a solid performer. Highly recommended. The first cheap green fragrance I'm going to recommend is Pinot. And I'm just going to read you out what it says on the packaging. The purest tears trickle onto the pine cones, releasing the fresh scent of the pine needles, intense and balmy fragrance. The original fragrance from nature, created in the 50s from a blend of 12 natural essential oils, Pinot is still being made in Venice with the same dedication, following the most rigorous methods to meet the strong, irresistible need for nature inherent in every one of us. Here's that one there. And there's that writing there. So yeah, this is a classic fragrance, and there's a good chance you've either smelt this one on your father or your grandfather. Popular with those generations. It's got the pine cone bottle. This is $20 at Chemist Warehouse here in Australia. The smell of Pinot reminds me strongly of fresh basil. I'm growing fresh basil in the garden. Go pick some leaves, squeeze them between your fingertips, release some of those essential oils. It smells almost identical to this, although this is slightly more pine forward. It still reminds me a lot of fresh basil. It's a fantastic smelling fragrance. It smells like a forest. Performance of Pinot is average. It gives you about 4 to 6 hours depending on how many sprays you use. I highly recommend it just for the fragrance itself though. It's fresh, it's green, it's aromatic. Just a great smelling fragrance, and it only costs you 20 bucks. Next up is CKB, Calvin Klein B. This has my favorite packaging of any fragrance, matte black with the grey accents. I think it looks fantastic. As for the fragrance itself, where Pinot smells like a forest, CKB reminds me of the smell of the botanical gardens when I went there in Melbourne quite a few years ago, back when, man, I probably was still a kid actually. Yeah, this one, I love wearing this after I shower. I wear it in the day quite often. Fresh, aromatic, huge floral notes here. It's got some green notes, and it's also a little musky as well. But I would put this firmly in the green floral camp. It smells fantastic. It's a unisex scent. Performance is decent as well. It gives you about 6 hours with 2 sprays. But this isn't very strong, so you can go 3 to 4 sprays if you really want to. $35 for 200ml at Chemist Warehouse. Very solid value. And lastly, I'm going to be recommending an absolute stone cold classic men's scent, Davidoff's Cool Water. Another one of those fragrances that your father or grandfather probably wore. You can waste the spray here because it only cost you $25 at Chemist Warehouse. It smells fantastic. It's aromatic. It also has a slight aquatic vibe to it. It actually smells closer to Pinot than you might think. It's not as intensely herbal or herbaceous. There are some aquatic notes here, a touch of wood as well. It just smells fantastic, and at the price you get a lot of performance, 6+ hours depending on how much you spray, and everybody loves the way this one smells. I don't care what you say, everybody just loves the way Cool Water smells. So yeah, those are 3 great green fragrances, highly recommended. Each of those fragrances individually is worth picking up, but you can pick up all 3 of them for under $100 Australian. So if you're looking to add more aromatic green scents to your collection, definitely consider that. Anyways, my name is Aussie Marcel, and until the next video, I'll catch you guys around.